Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we'll be taking a look at 3 Ultraman vinyl dolls. This is from the Ultra Hero series line, number 47, Ultraman Gieron Royal Mega Master. This is from the Ultraman Monster series, or Ultra Monster series, these two. We have number 83, DaDa, and number 84, Gieron. So, not really sure why this guy's called DaDa, but it's kind of hilarious. He's got kind of like footy pajamas on, in my opinion, and a giant block head. Definitely a very interesting design. He's got a lot of really nice molded in detail, and they actually painted the lines, like filled the lines in with this black all the way around everywhere on the figure. So I have to really appreciate that because it's a really nice job, and when you feel it, it actually kind of feels textured. So they are kind of carved in there, and then the grooves are painted. So it's a really nice job. The head is very goofy, but I love the pink eyes and the big pink lips. I think that's pretty cool. Articulation-wise, he just has the arm movement, and you can pretty much swing about that far. The waist does not move, even though it kind of looks like it should. I really want to turn it because you can see the design there is a little off-center, and I want to turn it, but it doesn't. I feel like it's glued in place. Head also does not turn, so a little bit limited on articulation, but really nice design. I think they went out of their way with the paint job, so that's kind of where all the love for this figure went, but it's kind of fun. I don't know, it's definitely a goofy looking alien, but I think it's pretty fun. Speaking of goofy looking aliens, we are going to move on now to Gieron. The other thing is with mine, you can kind of see that the way his feet are, you kind of need to pitch him a little forward. He kind of needs the hands out to make sure he stands because he's a little top heavy there. But anyway, moving on to Gieron. This guy is a crazy design. It's like a starfish bird. That's about as best as I can equate it. The hands can swivel. Big, long, solid arms. He's just like, I once caught a fish this big. In any case, not much to this guy. Kind of a fun design. Like I said, starfish bird is kind of what I think of when I look at him. Nice job. I like the eyes there. He also kind of just looks like he's mellow. Like he's just hanging out. So nice. I feel like they did a really nice job with the detailing and the paint job on the face. I think that looks pretty good. Get a little bit closer. Like they painted the pupils in the eyes. I think that looks really good. So a lot of nice texture on this one. A lot of nice paint. But again, really lacking on articulation. The waist does not move at all. Of course, the head or anything doesn't move. So you just have the arms turning. So yeah, so that's kind of it for this guy. Another one that I think looks really good, but not much in the... Not that vinyl dolls have a lot in the way of articulation, but these are even limited more so than usual. So moving on lastly to Ultraman Gieron Royal Mega Master. This guy looks cool. But again, the articulation is very limited. The arm obviously can go down that far, and then it can kind of go up that high because of the shoulder pad. So that's really it for this guy. Again, waist does not move because you can see it's kind of a waist cape combo situation going on. His legs are kind of molded into the cape as well. It's a little bit of a weird look, but I get it. Overall, I think this guy is one of the weaker forms of Ultraman as far as a vinyl doll goes. On the show, I think he looks great. I think it's a really cool form. And if you just want a representation of the character just on your shelf, and you know, for a couple bucks, it's not bad. But as far as all the vinyl dolls go, I think this is one of the weakest, just because the legs molded into the cape effect looks a little weird. Like, from a distance on a shelf, it looks fine, but then when you kind of get up close, it looks a little weird. And the arm movement is very limited. But the paint looks good. You know, the blue for the eyes and the symbol on the chest, I think, looks nice. The red on the crest. The paint basically all over the costume. So, again, like just from a distance, if you just want a representation of the character on the shelf, I think he looks fine. As far as a toy for kids to play with, I think it's one of the weaker ones. But it is what it is. I think all 3 of these are still good. They're just obviously a little bit lacking on articulation, but I think they more than make up for it in paint. I think they all have really nice paint schemes. You know, articulation, like I said before, is limited, but the nice thing about vinyl dolls is they're kind of fun to collect because they're super cheap, and I don't want to say super cheap, but they're always like $5 or less before shipping, so you know, you don't have to feel bad if you get one and it's not amazingly up to your standards. you don't have to feel like you really got gypped. And the nice thing is, I mean, if you had small kids, they're practically indestructible. I mean, they're just little plastic figures. You really can't break them at all, which is nice. And they look really nice. So if you just want a cheap representation of the character to put on a shelf and just look impressive, these things definitely come through in that regard. Not a lot of articulation, but I think they look great. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'd like to hear from you guys. Let me know what you think. Please like and share this video and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you guys have enjoyed this look at Ultraman Geed, Royal Mega Master, DaDa, and Gieron. I still don't know why he's called DaDa. I don't know. It's just funny to me. In any case, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, thank you so much for watching.